Hey y'all, welcome to the Hey Coworker Podcast, some of your favorite not safe for work coworkers. I am RJ, the friendly neighborhood Dom, and this is
Andrea,
aka
Big Rox,
not the little one,
never the little one.
And we are your favorite not safe for work coworkers, home of you, the best coworkers in the world. Thank y'all for being here. Another week when you could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to be here, liking, sharing, subscribing, leaving comments with timestamps, and we greatly appreciate it. How are you, friend?
Meh. Not great, not terrible. Just kind of.
I feel that. I everything is more expensive.
More expensive.
Yeah. I have decided I'm gonna try to stay away from talking about politics on the podcast.
Fair.
Just because I don't think y'all actually want to hear that. And also, it just stresses me out. It's just making me angrier and angrier and angrier, and that's not fun to watch.
Yeah,
that's not what they come here for.
Right. Well, it kind of is.
Fair. Oh, also, no one told me cats yowl.
Cats do what?
They don't just meow. They yowl.
What does that mean?
Like, yow. Like they make that sound. And it's really fucking weird. And I never knew that they did that until we got a cat and he fucking yowls. Until like you acknowledge his yowl and then he goes back to his meow. And it's like, it's so fucking weird. Mm-hmm. Like, what are you doing that for? Mm-hmm. Also, I heard him scream for the first time.
I screamed for the first time.
He got his tail caught in a door.
Oh, a yelp.
Yeah, he screamed. I was like, oh shit. I didn't know what was happening. It scared me. And I looked at him and he was I was like, oh shit. What's going on? My bad, big dog. I was like, why are you flipping? This is what you get for flipping your tail around.
Mm-hmm. Tuck it. Keep it.
Yeah. You're doing too much.
Close to the body. Yeah.
Yeah.
I picked up something off the bed. And we had just put clothes away. So there was like a loose thread. It was a black thread, just a balled up loose thread that came, from the washing machine or whatever. And I picked up something on the bed. It was something small. But when I picked it up and I looked at it, I thought it was over for me. I thought there was a spider or something on me. And I screamed. And I don't know if you guys noticed or not. I don't know how to scream. Like, I don't really... It is very, very, very rare that I have an organic scream. I don't really know how to yell.
When you say you don't know how to scream, what is that? What do you...
Like, it's not a natural thing to me. It's not a, like, it never sounds organic because it's not. I will say, that is how I scream because that's what a scream is. That's how it's spelled. So. Nigga,
you got a manufactured scream?
Like, when I get scared, my first thought is not to...
What is your first thought?
I don't... It's fight or flight or whatever the other three are. I think there's like really 5 of them.
Freeze.
But yeah, but I don't know, but it's very rarely, but I've been working on it and I've been trying to learn how to scream because I might need to do that.
Okay.
And when that thing, when I saw it and I thought it was a spider and I dropped it, I let out a scream. It was right in front of Vaughn too. I was so proud after the fact. I was like, I screamed. Did you hear it?
What did he say? He was like, I'm so proud of you, baby.
Yeah.
You did such a good job.
Yes, exactly.
See, it's the little things.
I was like, did it sound real? Because it was.
I didn't fake that one.
I don't really know how to scream though.
Bro, I have been having all types of conversations. I don't know if we've talked about this, but someone asked me if I was going to spank my kids.
Mm-hmm. We have not talked about that.
And my answer is always like, I'm still trying, like, I want to feel like I'm going to be the kind of parent that don't spank their kids. But also, I be seeing like some of the people that don't spank their kids and their kids don't sit down. I be like, I don't, your kids don't feel well behaved to me sometimes. But also, I'm also the mindset like that could just be they're not good at
parenting. Because how many kids do you know that got whoopings that were still not good kids?
A lot. But I was
It worked?
Yeah. It was effective.
Scared the shit out of me.
Nigga, what? No, pain is a powerful motivator.
Not for me.
It was for me.
They ain't never not stopped.
But also, like, my experience with being spanked was very different. Like, okay, for example, what mom did never felt like abuse. Moms was going to call you into the bathroom because that's what she was going to grab a belt, never with her hands. She was going to be like, okay, why are you in trouble? Explain to me what you did. Mm-hmm. Why is that wrong? Mm-hmm. Okay. What do you think the consequences should be? Mm-hmm. Okay. This is how many licks you're going to get. She give me the amount of licks she said I was going to get. She give me a hug after, give me a kiss after, tell me she loved me. Now go play. It's over. That was how that worked. That wasn't. And so like, if everyone had that experience, I don't think people would feel as bad about spanking as they do. The problem is y'all ain't get that experience. Y'all got, hey, what did I tell you? Pow! Punched you dead in your shit. And that was that. That was what they called spanking. And that's not spanking. That's just abuse.
Yeah. Y'all got in trouble for
spilling milk.
For wasting juice and shit like that. You got in trouble for missing school when they the ones who take you to school.
Yeah. The things that you got to, I was like, bro. So I'm still like trying to navigate how I feel about that. And also I've also been thinking my kids might want me to spank them. Because if you let me get creative with punishments, you're going to prefer that I would have, you're just going to wish I would have spanked you. It would have been far easier if I had spanked you. Because if I start getting creative, don't worry about it. You don't want to clean your room? Don't worry. There's nothing else in your room besides a blanket and a pillow and a mattress. You ain't even got a bed frame no more.
I give my kids the option all the time. I literally give them the option. At 4 and 5, when they're in there and they're fussing and things are whatever. It's time I have to step in. I give them the option. Do you want a whooping? Or do you want this other punishment that involves me taking this thing away, turning this thing off, whatever the case? You can get the whooping and then go play after. Or I can take it and you can't play with it until I decide I want to give it back. It's up to you.
Do they ever choose the whooping?
No. They never choose the whooping. And my kids don't get whoopings.
Fair.
But they never choose the whooping. Yeah. I don't know what that's.
That's such an interesting choice.
Yeah, they never choose the whooping. But they're so scared of it because I do talk about it a lot. I threaten it a lot. I never do it, but I threaten it a lot. And they're so scared of that. But yeah, they don't. I don't know why they don't ever choose the whooping, because I would think like, take this, especially since I don't be whooping them like that.
Bro, I would have, as a teenager and as like a
then
I stopped getting whoopings at like the age of 10 for real, because after 10,
that was around me too.
You now have enough reasoning and you have enough like long-term and short-term memory, like connectivity, that I can sit with you and I can discuss with you why this was wrong and why we're not going to do that no more. Like we're at that point. But I feel like before you get to that age, you don't really have that. But then the argument gets made, but like if someone doesn't have the cognitive and reasoning skills to be able to like sit down and for you to explain that, then why the fuck are you punching them? Or why the fuck are you spanking them?
Yeah.
And I go, that's also a very good point. I don't have an answer.
My rule for spankings, Dr. Umar verbalized it, but it is, I had never actually thought about what I was doing, but this is what I've done. I only whoop my kids whenever they're doing something that could hurt them. Like that mentally, like something that could be bad. So like when they're being bad, playing too loud, even roughhousing and stuff like that, I'm not going to whoop them.
Yeah.
My oldest, we were sitting in my room and he just decided to open the door and walk outside. Like I have a door that walks directly on, the door in my room goes directly onto the porch. He just wanted to, I think he had bubbles outside on the porch or something. I was right there. I had eyes on him, but he just didn't ask and touched the door, and I whooped his little ass. Because you cannot go out that door without my permission. Don't touch it ever under any circumstances without my permission, because I'm going to whoop you now because I need this to stick in. If I whoop you for every little thing, nothing really seems important now, does it? Like no situations hold more weight than others because I whoop you for everything. That's but true. Now still to this day, both of them, I only had to whoop one of them, and both of them, like, mommy, can I check the blinds to see if it's dark outside? They don't go nowhere near the damn door without asking me first.
So I absolutely feel that, and I think that is effective. I also have talked to, like, I have a homeboy who, he's one of my best friends. He's like, I will never spank my child, but also like that nigga was abused. Like his mother threatened him with knives and shit. Like he's been through a lot, so he's just like, I can't even go down that path. And then I'm where, and like I said, I'm in the middle where I'm like, I'm still trying to figure it out. Cause they're also, and again, this is moms. Like moms only spanked me. I keep saying beat because that's the vernacular I'm trying to use. Moms only spanked me for like a couple of reasons. One, I lied. Two, I blatantly tap danced on her authority. Or three, I did something dangerous. Those were the three reasons that I was getting a whooping. Yeah. Other than that, like, go play, do your thing, or we'll punish you some other way. Yeah. But those three things, nah, bro, you gonna take this.
A lesson needs to be learned, and yes, there are other ways to do it, but like I said, when you not whooping their ass every day, this is an effective lesson. Yeah. I don't think whooping works in most cases, because if you whoop me for spilling juice, if you whoop me for not taking the chicken out the freezer or whatever, when I do some real shit and you whoop me, I don't feel no differently about that.
It's all the same.
I don't feel no differently about that.
I was gonna get my ass beat regardless
of what I did.
It's like, I'm just going, which is why I think like some kids, like it don't be phasing them after a while. That's why he got to a 10. Because you also like he's been getting fucked up since he's now 14, and you haven't stopped fucking him up. Like I said, at the age of 10, I kind of figured. Also, I had older brothers, and I watched them motherfuckers, and I was like, you know what I don't want? What you just got, because you are wilding. I remember one time we caught my older brother with a girl in the house. It was all bad. All bad. What was worse was I didn't realize I thought it was going to be bad because he was going to get fucked up. But the worst part of it was when they called that girl's parents, and both of them had to like explain what was going on to both. That is embarrassing.
Yeah, it is.
I never in life wanted to have to like explain what I was doing to somebody's daughter. What? That's crazy. I don't want no part.
Yeah.
Foolishness.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that has been that. I have been scrolling somewhat gingerly, and I have not had time. I'm sorry, y'all. I would have had a docket. If there are things that y'all would like us to talk about, go ahead and put them in the comments. You can do that right now, because I looked on the internet, and also some of the stuff I just don't want to talk about. That's fair. Because like there's not enough information. Like I realized we talked about like the Denisha thing, and I was like, and we stayed fairly neutral and tried to be, because
I saw one video. I'm not versed enough to have this. Like I saw one video and I don't even think I finished it.
And I'm not convinced enough by the things that I've seen to like jump out the window. And I do the same thing that I do when anybody who comes forward and is a survivor and I'm unsure, I just shut the fuck up. Like I don't feel the need to disparage you as you're talking about the things that you went through, because that could be a thing that you felt and a thing that you went through. And even if I don't know, if I'm not sure, because I'm not sure, that does not give me license to try to like tear you down because I don't believe you. And like I said, I don't know if I believe him or not. I did see a video where someone pointed out all of the things that I had questions about, and I was like, yeah, see? Yeah. I'm not the only one that felt this way? Okay, great.
Yeah, I saw his video and I was like, oh, okay. I'm early to something. And then...
Friend, you do not be caring about what's be happening on the internet.
I don't. I truly don't. Because why should I? Like that, like, I don't know. You would think I have so much going on in my life. So I could just be like, I don't have time to be bothered with other people's business. But I really don't have time to be bothered with other people. No, I have time. I just don't have the desire. I don't care. Like, how invested can I be for this time period? And I'm going to scroll away. Like, half the stuff that we talk about, I would have never spoken about it again, but we're only talking about it because that's our jobs here on this show, is to talk about some of the stuff that's going on. I truly don't be giving a damn about these people or their lives.
I did see, side note, and this is another, we talked about Anthony Edwards and Aisha Howard, NBA superstar that's having a baby by, what's her name? He apparently filed a motion to not have, he doesn't want custody or visitation He's like, I don't want none of that.
He want to sign his rights away?
I think we're edging towards that. And people are like upset at him because like, you're being a deadbeat dad. But also like, I would rather a motherfucker decide that they don't want to be a father and like actively take steps to like not be in that child's life instead of like, because kids can tell that you don't want them.
I have to disagree.
Really?
Yeah.
I think this is the thing. I had a dad that was around, and that motherfucker might have did more damage by being there.
That's not what I'm saying, though.
Oh, what do you mean?
Because when you go through the process of trying to sign away your rights, you can't pay child support for a baby that's not yours. That's a part of like if you sign your rights away, you're saying I don't want anything to do with this.
So I don't. That's why I don't know if he signed it. The
okay.
only thing, what it said was he made a motion.
Oh, so
to
like
not
in
have
the child
custody.
Support, he's not he's not fighting for visitation.
Yeah, he's not fighting for visitation.
And
he's not fighting for no custody. But I think he's still willing to like, okay, you want the bread? Cool, you got the bread, but I don't want to deal with this kid.
Okay,
which if that is the case,
yeah, then that's fair.
I really don't
have a problem with that. And for the record, like the response that I got, that I gave just now is not just because when we have these conversations, me and Vaughn, after we had the conversation on the pod, me and Vaughn talked about it. Me and Vet talked about it at home. And I don't want to make it seem like it's just woman good, man bad, and that's how I feel. It's not that.
It's usually a lot more complicated than that. And that whole story has a bunch of nuance in it.
But the particular reason that I say no, signing away your rights is not an option for me, is not a good thing, or just deciding to not be there is not a good thing, is because what then stops every single man from going out and just not giving a fuck and nutting in these women and then saying, oh, I don't want to. I'm gonna just sign my rights away. I don't want to. I'ma just let it go. Like I don't want the baby, so you should have an abortion. And if she says no, then he's like, well, I told you I didn't want the baby. I'm signing away my rights, and now I don't have to do anything. I think that's incredibly unfair.
I think I understand that perspective. I also think that the amount of niggas that have the unmitigated audacity and gall to actually sign away their rights is few and far between. Because if you actually do go about the business of signing away your rights and you're not in like an adoption situation, motherfuckers look at you like you're a deadbeat and they talk about you crazy.
You think niggas give a fuck about that?
I do.
I don't because you can type in the word baby daddy on any app and find people talking shit about these niggas bad, and they got all their rights. They don't give a fuck. They're not doing it. That's not bullying them. That's not making them like a motherfucker who's willing to sign away their rights. Don't give a fuck about how that looks.
So I also think that a lot of niggas like the thought of saying that they have kids without actually like being fathers. I think a lot of niggas can't conceptualize giving their rights away just because like they've never really thought about like that's my, like, I don't think that they think about it like that, which is why I'm like also the social pressure of it. I don't think niggas are signing away their rights. I don't think the majority of niggas is signing away their rights. And like I said, my father was ain't shit in a lot of ways, got custody of all his kids. So, and I've been around niggas that be like, no, don't worry about it. I'll go get custody of that child. When one of my brothers went through a pregnancy scare, he was like, oh, I told her, don't worry, I'll sue you for full custody if you decide to have it. And she was like, wait, what? He was like, yeah, no, I actually would prefer to like not have a child with you at all. But like, if you decide to have this baby, I will just straight up sue you for full custody.
Where he live at? Where he live at?
Down here.
He wasn't getting that baby. You can try.
It's so hard.
You can try, and that unfortunately now in Texas, your chances drastically increase the second time you do it.
That's the more you try as a father to get custody, the more likely you are to get it.
Let me tell you what the fuck I would have said to a nigga if I told a nigga that I was pregnant. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I'm not sure. Abortion, that's a big thing. For whatever reason, I might not be comfortable with that. And he said, okay, well, I'll just sue you. Go for it. You think you're gonna win? I'm not an unfit parent. Remember that. Yeah. I'm the mom.
And a lot of times,
and I'm not unfit.
And you're in a red state where they give moms a lot, like they believe
you
in traditional
know how
values.
hard it is to take a baby away from her mama.
She got to be doing crack on a courthouse
And the
steps.
baby's off the baby. She got to be snorting lines off the baby's forehead.
It's crazy. Yeah, the first, and especially the first time.
Yeah,
but like we said, the more the more you try to get custody as a father, the more likely you are to get custody.
But even still, if that mama is not unfit,
true.
Because I think the reason that statistic is the way it is.
Most niggas don't try though.
But I'm saying I think the reason is like, oh, you see it. Your chances shoot up the more you try. That's with anything. First of all, literally anything, the more you try, the more chances you have at succeeding.
I mean, field goal percentages are not always like the more you shoot don't necessarily mean the more that are going in. It's just you could be a bad shot. And a lot of these niggas is bad shots.
Okay. I don't know enough to argue that. So
sorry, sports reference. But basically I'm saying like if you're trying but your attempt to try is bullshit, you can just continue to try. But I feel the thing that I'm realizing is I feel like, excuse me, the men that are continuously trying to get their child to get custody of their children, something wrong with the mama. That's what I was getting ready to say.
Because if you come back one time, that first time is like, well, I'll just file for custody then. And then you go through, you see how hard it is, you see the process and you don't get it.
Yep.
And then that's usually where people will stop if there's not something actually wrong. Coming back means that there's usually something actually wrong. So now, okay, it shouldn't take that. Mm-hmm. It should be taken seriously the first time and looked into the first time more better. But yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. If they come back that second, third time, it's probably because that baby does need to be away from her.
True.
But I just, I was saying, I'm not sure how the signing your rights away thing works. I've never liked that as an option because I feel like I don't think that it's an option now. I'm not saying that it is. I don't know how it works now. If you sign your rights away, what does that mean as far as support for this baby or whatever? I'm not sure how it works. But I personally feel like if you took 100 men,
okay,
and you asked them, or if and they were in situations where I don't even want to say it like that.
Okay,
I'm not gonna say it like that. I believe that if men knew, a lot of men, not all, but if men knew, okay, if I nut at her and she get pregnant, I could tell her I don't want to have the baby. She could choose whether or not she wants to have an abortion. If she says she doesn't want to have an abortion and she decides she wants to have the baby, I could just sign my rights away. I don't have to take care of it. This is not a problem for me. There is no incentive. There are people right here who know that they got babies and they are not taking care of them.
That's true.
While having their rights.
But this is the other thing that I've seen because they were talking about this and I've heard a number of women say, I have asked my raggedy baby daddy to give up his rights several times, mm-hmm. and that nigga says no. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, so, because this is the thing, signing away your rights is a viable option for a lot of people, but they just choose. A lot of men just choose not to, but you can choose to be raggedy too.
But they choose not. I can't. I don't know these people. There's different reasons.
And again, this is all hypothetical. Right. We're not necessarily talking about specifically Anthony Edwards and his situation, right. But these situations in general.
But wait, what? I forgot.
ADHD, bro.
What I was gonna say? You said people be they be asking them to sign away their rights.
Yeah,
but I don't think they got nothing to do with that. If you got a nigga that's not doing shit for your baby, mm-hmm. and you ask him to sign away his rights, and he say no, that's about you. I'm not even.
You think he wants access to her, or
yeah, because you're not doing nothing for this baby. Like you're not doing anything for the baby.
But this is the thing. Why that's confusing? Because if you are not doing nothing for the baby, and the whole point is to have access to her, and I'm assuming the cooch. Why would she give you cooch if you're not doing?
If I sign away my rights, I can't talk to you about nothing. Right now, if I want to see that baby. Because you got me on child support, or even if I'm not paying it, or whatever it is, that's my baby, and that's my baby. So if I want to see you, I can go through that baby at any time. Once I give that up, I can't do that no more.
I hear you. I feel it's just. I think it's ain't shitness confuses me.
And my fear in saying that was more so about not people in relationships or people that like I'm talking about a random man. You hook up with somebody. What is to stop this man from saying I'm not pulling up? If there's no fear of being of getting this woman pregnant.
In all honesty, one of the reasons niggas don't be pulling out is because y'all be telling them not to.
That's neither here nor there. It's really not, because I am not a man.
Yeah.
Okay, you're a man who don't have no kids.
Exactly.
So it's possible. You be fucking and you don't have no kids. So it's possible. I firmly believe y'all are the first line of defense. The reason I say that, the very first line of defense takes two. Are we going to use protection or not? Yes. That is something that y'all decide together. If she could say, I'm not doing it if we don't, he could say, I'm not doing it if we don't.
Well, one of the reasons why I feel like I never had to deal with them situations is, one, we used protection. Two, I was very vocal about the fact that I did not want children, especially like in my late teens, early 20s. I was telling you, I don't want no fucking kids, because I was almost certain that I didn't want kids, and not because I didn't think I'd be a good dad, but because I saw the way that I saw all the things that you had to go through as a parent. I was like, I don't want to, bro.
Yeah, but what you say literally means nothing. If you could tell this girl, look her dead in the face and tell her after every other sentence, you could set a signature on your phone that says, I don't want no kids, to where every time you send a text message, it has the signature at the end, like sent from my iPhone, that just says, I don't want no kids. She could know that from here to the fucking moon. And if you nutting her, guess what? Don't fucking matter.
True.
It doesn't matter how many times you said it. It doesn't matter, because the main thing that you can do if you don't want kids is not get nobody pregnant. And that is up to you.
True.
There are cases.
There are cases in which birth control fails, condoms fail.
Right.
You do all the things that you're supposed to do and things don't work out. Right. And I feel like those situations happen often enough, but they're not the situations that we often talk about.
That's not what we talk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you got to be the one to stop that. As the first line of like I said, the first line of defense is y'all coming together and agreeing on whether or not y'all use protection. But that's both of y'all. The next line of defense to avoiding a pregnancy is the man. She don't know when you finna finish. She
protect yourself, bro.
There's no way I'm not doing it, because if I get this girl, if I'm a man and I get her pregnant, I am a full understanding. I can't do shit. I don't have no control.
That's where you lose control.
I would never give up my control like that. I simply wouldn't. For nobody, I don't care.
Bro, the times where I have gone through scares because something unforeseen did happen, that was one of the hardest parts, is me feeling as though I'm not in control of what's about to happen.
Right.
Like, I no longer have a say in, I am at the mercy of someone else.
And you can
it's okay. You get find it. Find it.
Things can be avoided.
Yes.
And if you can't avoid them at step one, I don't want to hear the attitude at step two.
Fair.
But this is where me and Vet be eye to eye on this part of the conversation. And then I often say something like, it's never the woman's fault unless she trapped him.
Yeah,
unless she trapped him. And when I say trapped, I specifically mean I'm on birth control when she's not the birth control failed. I'm on birth control and she's not actually on birth control.
Yes.
Or going in a condom inseminating,
and,
like I want a baby and I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. That's trapping. Birth control failing,
it's not trapping.
It's not her fault. It's not his fault. It can be nobody's fault. It's never her fault. Unless she trapped him. And I always take that out. But otherwise, how could it be her fault?
What if she's on top?
How strong are you? Now I know it's different. I do know that. I know that everything is flowing differently. But what if she's on top and you tell her to get up and she don't? I consider that.
Okay. Hey, don't come on. Stay with me. If I say,
I'll allow it.
Because this is the thing. If you're on top and I say, hey, stop, and you keep going, first of all, I just said stop.
Yeah, and I'm trying to stay unbiased, but it's hard because we're during sex. It couldn't be that I wouldn't give. If that was a story and she ended up pregnant, I'm not saying that that's her fault. Cause stop is not enough on its own. I would need you to be more verbal because we're having sex. Imagine the other way around and her saying stop, but not in like a panicky kind of way, but like, I don't know what that means. In the middle, that's why they're safe words. So I know when you're serious.
Nigga, if I hear, if we have not established that we have safe words, and if she at any point says stop, I am stopping because I don't want to charge. I don't need
I'm not a guy, so I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. I have a healthy amount of fear about being accused of sexual assault. Yeah. That I am. You said, huh? You said stop? Huh? No, we're not playing that game.
In the moment, I think in the act, if he said stop, I probably would, but I can't say that there wouldn't be a time where I'm think like that. I don't have to think about what you just said or what's going on. Like, but something like get up would be a little bit more.
Get off me,
woman, please. A swift punch to the back of the head or something.
A swift punch to the back of the head is crazy.
I'm just playing. Don't put your hands on that girl. But
unless y'all are into that and she's consented to it, then do your thing. But
yeah, if you tell her to get up and she does not, I can give you that. Or if you try to push her off and she bears down, that's trapping. Mm-hmm. She tried to get the sperm in there. So that feels like trapping. And then any form of trapping is that person's fault. Whoever trapped it is that person's fault. But yeah, that's usually where we start to veer off.
Yeah, but y'all have the same, for the most part, foundation, which is everybody has different. How do I say this? Me and Little One don't have to agree on everything,
right?
But we agree enough that it makes things.
We agree on all the things that we need to agree on in order for our relationship. Like, we don't have fundamental differences.
Exactly.
But we can agree on we can disagree on. Have I been saying that?
No.
Okay, it was just the one time. Okay. Whew.
Excuse me. I wouldn't have let you run with that. I have the fucking hiccups, bro.
That's so childish. I've been getting them lately too, and I just feel like they just feel so childish.
I don't know why it's happening. I want it to stop.
Yeah, I be holding my breath. It don't work though. But yeah, I feel that way with most people in my life. Like, we don't have to agree on everything. We really don't have to agree on most things. I truly don't be giving a fuck. But there are some things.
There's a few
not like
non-negotiable core to who we are as people things that I'm not finna like.
I'm not wavering.
Yeah. Also, friend, I think I have been a lot more irritable and angry lately. Just like viscerally angry. Like I'm finna like. There's certain things I'm at the point now where I'm like, I can't even discuss this because I just want to punch you in your shit. And I made a video about some of that stuff and I put it on TikTok. But there's been a lot of things where I'm like, I just want to fight so we can see who's right sometimes. Like and I saw like a dude on TikTok who I don't follow because he said something once that was wild. But he still pops up on my what's the name because like he occasionally says things that I would like, okay, this kind of makes sense and this is a thing. I also am realizing that I like people that say things that make sense to me. Like I can and also everyone I don't have to agree with, and like we just said, I don't have to agree with everything you said. I really, really dislike when people that I don't like make points that I agree with. Mm-hmm. And I was like, and I really like off of one of the takes he had, I really, really, really disliked him And then I didn't block him because I was like, I'm never gonna see him again. And then he came up on my timeline for something else, and I was like, oh, I kind of agree with that. And he came up again. Oh, I kind of agree with that too. Interesting. Oh, I was like, okay, so was this just a bad take?
Right, the first one.
Like maybe I got introduced to you in a really, really wrong way, and I don't like a lot of the things you say. But like and even if I don't like the things you say, I can understand where that came from,
right? How
you got there, and if it's somewhat justified and not harmful, okay, we can go with it. But there's certain motherfuckers I can't do that with. Like like I've already told people, if you send me something by Fresh and Fit, if you send me something by Andrew Tate, I'm not watching that shit, bro. Because I have no desire to engage with those individuals, because I don't think that they are genuinely good people. I also think that like, what's the name is, I think Andrew Tate is a horrible person. I think he traffics women. I legitimate think that he traffics women. And I'm not taking advice from a sex trafficker. Sorry about anything. And I think that some of the things he says are right.
Or a man named who goes by Fresh and Fit. What are you, 12?
Well, one of them's real name is Myron. So, you know.
Yeah, but Fresh and Fit. Fresh and Fit. Okay. I guess we get it. Okay.
I don't make these niggas names. Also, I call myself RJ, the friendly neighborhood Dom. So who am I to judge? But that's also
someone. I feel
fair.
Fresh and Fit. It just feels very like, this is my MySpace page. Like, this is my very first social media that I've ever had. I don't know, Fresh and Fit. I don't know.
Fair.
Yeah. Did you see the video? There was a man, and he had his small son with him, and he was talking to this girl who was older than his son. She had been bullying his son. He was like chastising her, and the girl like moved her hand and rolled her eyes or something like that, and he smacked the shit out of this girl. She had to be no more than like 11 years old. His son might have been a little bit, he was smaller than that. So if you maybe a little younger than that, the girl was allegedly bullying his son, and he smacked the fuck out of that girl. And it's people in the comments saying, "Well, she learned a lesson. I bet she won't do it no more."
Absolutely,
bitch, please.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you that if I'm her daddy, I'm going to fucking jail. Cause who are you to put your fucking hands on my daughter?
Hands on my kid.
Like I get it. We want to make jokes of I fight kids. Let me tell you that I fight adults.
I don't.
That play with my.
I don't.
Put you in the fucking ground.
I
bro.
don't. What the hell is your problem?
Like, don't put your hands on nobody
else's
else's
They are literally
kids.
in the comments saying,
go find the fucking adult that she is with and have a fucking conversation like you're an adult.
Yes, but for this video, you're already lecturing this girl. She's a preteen. She rolled her eyes, like moved her hand. Even if that girl, Von's mama used to say, if I drop all the weight in my body into this right fist and punched you in your shit, what do you think will happen? If that little girl put all the weight in her body into her hand and swung it at you, she still wouldn't lay your ass out. That is a child. You were in no threat. You weren't threatened. You've already lectured her. She's allowed to have an attitude. You are a stranger in her face yelling. She's allowed to have an attitude. She's allowed to have emotions. That girl is not no threat to you or your child at this point. And for you to put your hands on her, that'll be the last person you ever touch.
So not only that, but like, if I'm more likely that, like, okay, let's say I have a little girl and some other little girl is bullying my little girl, I am more likely to lecture you and then like, oh, you gonna roll it? Don't worry about it. And I just beat the shit out of your daddy to show you this is what happens when you don't fucking listen. Now you put your dad in a position where he got his ass whooped. See how that works? See how you could have just like not done the thing, and now your daddy got consequences because you don't know how to act. See, I'm more likely to do some shit like that.
I'd have to take a different approach. This is hypothetical and not a real situation. Allegedly. I'm going to find the local. The biggest fifth grader, come whoop her ass directly, because I'm not trying to teach your daddy a lesson. I'm trying to teach you a lesson about bullies. Now I don't know how legal, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, let me go find somebody that's your age and your size to come put them hands on you directly. I'm not trying to teach your daddy a lesson. I can.
I mean, it would only be a problem depending on the level of bodily harm that was done, I guess. We would have to consult a lawyer. I don't know. Maybe we should ask.
But your daddy not bullying my kid. You are. And for all I know, you don't give a fuck about that nigga. Like, for all I know, all you finna do is use this as more reason to be disrespectful. Now you in the house. All right. Don't make me go call RJ. Talking to your daddy.
For all we know, that nigga got visitation, and he not even really like around.
And this the only thing he wanted to do anyway was come around and fight something real quick, and then go back to the other side of town with his other family. You don't know.
Yo, when you realize niggas used to have other families,
whole other families.
Social media ruined all of that.
But here's the thing. I understand inflation. You niggas couldn't afford another family. Please don't get no.
I can't afford the one, nigga. What?
And that's what we really need. No, it just cost normal prices to do shit.
Bro, everything is so expensive now.
You find them old people that be walking down the street, and then people be coming to them. So, do you own a home? How much did you pay for your house? $13 a month for 4 years, and it was mine. Shit,
$13. Bro, niggas supported 2 families off of working in a fucking warehouse.
A factory somewhere.
He was on the fucking conveyor belt line. Like, and this motherfucker had motion. What?
Have time, let alone money for both of these families.
Nigga, that's crazy.
A whole nother family across town. Not like just on the other side of town. Y'all barely got damn near at the same school. Hey, real quick, one time there was a span of a few years when my mama moved. Like when her lease was up, she moved to a different apartment, like 3 years in a row. And every apartment we went to, my brother had a sibling there in that apartment.
Hold on.
Each of the apartments that my mama moved to, my brother had a sibling
on his daddy's side.
On his daddy's side.
Y'all got the same daddy?
No, my brother. No.
As someone with a few different half siblings, yeah.
That's it.
Tough.
Yeah. None of my business though.
Bro, did I ever nigga? You ever? Sorry, I laughed at this because it's old to me. But like, you ever found like? Can you imagine finding out that your daddy not your daddy in like the most like going off on a motherfucker talking about you never sent me no birthday card, and then being like calmly be like, whoa. Are you under the impression? Literally happened. I literally heard that argument when I couldn't have been more than like 8 or 9 because it was my brother's brother. Like, he came to stay with us because he was.
Yeah. That is like
whoa. You think when actually he was the reason that them two broke up because she cheated and had you, but because she was white and he cheated with another motherfucker. Like you have Eric who is mixed, and then his brother who is also mixed. Mm-hmm. He thought, oh, we got the same.
No,
that motherfucker was 19.
Damn. After all this time, that's so crazy. Can you imagine having 19 years worth of pent up aggression towards a nigga for nothing?
And he's just like, I don't know what you mad about.
Wait, you're not. Now I know I got a couple, but you're not one of mine. This is not one of mine.
It's like I got custody of all mine. I don't know.
All mine, I support them.
Yeah, I don't know what you talking about, bro. Like I said, my daddy ain't shit in a lot of ways. That was not one of them. That nigga, bro. What a time.
Damn. You ain't did nothing for me after all this time. Why?
Hold on. That's crazy.
I actually don't know you. Like I thought you was my son's friend, to be honest. Like, I thought you had a little play date. Yeah, you can come on over, y'all do for the weekend or whatever. I thought you was his friend, to be honest.
Foolishness. I couldn't imagine, my nigga. What? What a wild time.
Damn. I'd hate to find out my daddy wasn't my daddy like that.
Also, like now my brothers, my 2 older brothers have so many fucking siblings because you've got all of us plus
their
all
side.
The ones from your mama's side. Because I think all of their mamas also had other kids. I'm so glad my mama ain't got no other kids by no other motherfucker, because I don't know, bro. Because I don't know. It would be so... I can't imagine my mama having been with anybody besides my dad. Especially like... Because around the time that probably would have happened would have been like between the ages of like 15 and somewhere of when I was in college.
Did they split up for a while?
No, they were just... My parents never got divorced. They were just living in separate places because of like military shit. So...
But they weren't together?
They stayed together.
Were they were together?
Yeah.
Like functioning together in a relationship is what I'm asking.
Functioning.
Oh, but they were if asked, that's my man.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's her husband.
Mm-hmm.
But if you asked my mother, did she feel single while she was married? I would bet yes. Mm-hmm. But was my mother faithful? Absolutely. Mm-hmm. My daddy, on the other hand,
I hate that for her.
Nigga. Me too. It's one of the reasons why I'm realizing I think one of the reasons that my mother was so faithful is because she is an amazing Christian woman. Mm-hmm. And she says, I talked to God and God told me I was not allowed to leave this relationship. Now, when I tell you, I said me and that nigga got a box now. Cause what? Now I feel even... Before, I was just like, whatever. Now I feel ways for real, for real. What you mean you not allowed to leave? This nigga is doing you wrong.
And why would you want to follow somebody who you heard say...
Don't leave the situation in which you are being...
abused,
taking advantage of and
emotionally or whatever.
But what me and my mother have talked about a lot of that stuff because, I said I was going to talk to her as I was getting married and doing my preparations because I need to know all of the family history. So I know like what I'm predisposed to because I got some ain't shit in my blood. So I gotta know what it is ahead of time so I can address it. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that shit, I'm not even gonna lie, that shit made me mad when I heard it. I got very, very, very upset.
What you mean you're not allowed?
He said no.
See, and that's the thing. That's the reason I could never be married right there. Because having to ask permission to leave in the first fucking place. Anybody, God, the government, this nigga, anybody. I don't want to have to ask nobody. I get up and go whenever the fuck I feel like. I don't want to have to ask. The fact that I got to go to the government, I got to go up to the courthouse and tell them people, hey, I don't want to be married no more. And in Texas, they're like, okay, give it 60 days. Bitch, I said I want out now.
And don't let you be pregnant. Because if you get pregnant, you can't get divorced.
It's been like that? Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you're pregnant in the state of Texas, they will not grant you
until after you had a baby. And I wouldn't be surprised if after you had the baby, they'd be like, postpartum, let's wait till it's been a while and make sure your head's clear. You know what you're actually doing. Now, woman's pregnant. Can the husband file for divorce?
No.
Okay.
Neither one of y'all. You could find out that baby may not be yours. I still don't think you can file for divorce.
Yeah, I can't imagine that making a difference because it would be too easy of a loophole unless you did the testing, which is dangerous. Well, I think they've found ways to make it less dangerous, but it's still like testing, DNA testing before the baby is born is.
I've heard it's dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Or am I thinking about? Yes, that's what I'm thinking about.
I don't know, but how do you feel about? Do you think that testing should? I don't. No, we've talked about that before about whether or not we believe that testing should be mandatory at birth, and both of us are like, I don't particularly.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that last week. Well, we didn't talk about whether or not it should be mandatory. We just talked about it being normal to want one or whatever. I don't think it should be mandatory. Well, you know what? I don't think it should be mandatory.
If it became mandatory, then there's no argument.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I don't think that it should become mandatory. That would not be my vote.
Okay.
But I can see the benefit in it becoming mandatory.
That's fair.
But unfortunately, like I can admit here that the reasons that I'm saying I would vote no are all biased.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But see, the thing is, being aware of your biases is a good thing.
Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to change them or nothing like that, though.
No, I didn't say that. I just said being aware of them is a good thing. Like, I know there are some biases I have that I'm perfectly okay with.
Yeah.
And I navigate them in an appropriate way, and I realize, hey, you're being biased right now, and I shift to the left or the right depending on whether or not how much I feel like this is affecting my viewpoint on this, and is it affecting my viewpoint in a way that is massively detrimental. If it's not massively detrimental, let it rock.
Yeah. I know a lot of the times when I'm being biased, but I mean, I can't. What you want me to do? Strike it from the record? I can't. I know what I know, and that's hell, and that is a part of the reason why I feel the way I feel.
But also, like, sometimes, and this is the thing that I be having to like tell myself is, we be wanting people to discount their lived experience to make us more comfortable or make us feel better about the way that we feel about something. But their lived experience tells them this is the way that this goes because I've seen it go the other way for these reasons. You just kind of got to let people rock sometimes. Like, I don't have to agree with you, but like I said, I said, I don't always have to agree with you. But if I can understand where you're coming from, then I don't feel as much of a way.
Right. I say that all the time. Things making sense is really all I need to be content. Like, in a situation where there's confusion, like, I don't have to agree. I just need to know that things are happening in a way that makes sense, that, things are happening in a way that moves the situation forward. Does this make sense? What are you saying, and does it make sense? If not, you lost me. You've lost me. It's so hard for me to focus on shit when I can't understand why or what you're doing. I don't have to agree with it, but like that doesn't make any sense.
Again, neither one of us like when shit don't make sense.
Yeah. But you know what? I'm such a practical person sometimes, and I can be so like black and white. And I'm dating somebody who is not like that. And there are times where he reminds me to stop being so logical all the time. So like, I don't know if I've told this story on here before or not, but one time we were going somewhere and he needed a tie. And he was like, let's go to the mall. We go get a tie. I said, okay, cool. I get in the car and I'm not really paying attention. I got my head down. I'm on my phone and stuff like that. And we've been in the car for a while. I look up. I'm like, where are we going? We're going to a mall that's like 35-40 minutes away. We've passed up so many stores and malls and stuff like that on the way there. Target, like we passed up so many places, and I'm just like, why are we going way over there? And he was like, I don't know, I ain't never been over there, we ain't got nothing to do, I just figured we'd go. And I was just like, wait, you can do that? Like, you could just choose to go to this mall because you've never been there and it's an experience. You're right, we don't like. When he told me where we were going, I got irritated as hell immediately. Why the fuck are we going way over there? That doesn't make any sense. But then I didn't say nothing. My attitude was clear because I'm not good at hiding it. And we talk about it, and I'm like, but why did we come all the way over here for a tie? It's just like we could have stopped so many places. And he was like, I never been here before. And when we went to that mall, I found that there's an Akira in there. I had no idea. You know, Akira, I love that store, but I didn't know that there was one in there. I only know that because we went in there. And we only went in there just because he felt like it.
Having new experiences.
The mall.
But see, the thing is, sometimes, a lot of the time, people need that from their partner. Mm-hmm. Like, she is way less serious about things than I am. Mm-hmm. I also think one of the reasons we struggle, I don't think she likes conflict for real. And once I get mad enough, I don't give a fuck. Oh. I be trying to be nice, and then I get to a point where I'm like, okay, so now I'm pissed off. Mm-hmm. Now I'm trying not. And I've gotten better about. And before we got together, I got better about not just cussing people out because I'm upset. Now I try to approach conflict in a way that is productive. But before, I just wanted to hurt motherfuckers' feelings because you done made me mad.
Yeah, I've never been one of those. I know people be like that. They want to just say whatever's hurtful. But I think it's because I've always heavily relied on my humor. Well, no, I won't. I'm not like that. Like, not in the actual argument. Like, on some.
A lot of times I can see the hurtful thing. The hurtful thing comes right to my mind, and I have to suppress the urge to say that thing.
That's how I'm with petty. I always know the petty thing to do in any situation. I just most of the time don't do it.
Like, I'm gonna spare you because I don't think you actually deserve.
Nobody wants what comes with that. I don't want to have to deal with that. You don't want to have to deal with that.
The aftermath of it all.
Yeah.
All bad.
We don't have a docket.
Yeah, we've just been talking. This feels like a Saturday episode.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I did do a question of the week.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and we'll do that. And the question of the week was, what's something that you thought all black people do, but turns out it's just you? What's something you thought all black people do, but turns out it's just you? Ate leftover sandwiches growing up, but literally everything with literally everything on it, veggies too. I guess they ate leftover sandwiches. I don't know. I've never I don't too much eat a leftover sandwich just because I feel like it's going to get soggy. The bread is like
a leftover sandwich.
Yes.
Okay. My brain was not processing those words that way. That's why I was looking. You were probably looking why I was. Why you probably wonder why I was looking so confused. But I
thought I read it wrong. That's all.
No, I didn't hear a sandwich that I had from earlier that I'm gonna eat now. I heard I cooked. Here are the leftovers. I'm finna make a sandwich, like a leftover sandwich, like.
So no, that makes sense. Like I feel like everyone does that.
Yeah, I'm not one. I don't really eat leftovers. Anything that came from outside, but a sandwich is crazy.
I feel like that's gonna be soggy, bro. It would have had to be one fire ass sandwich for me to want to do this game. Was the sandwich and also was it warm? Because then I've got to rewarm it. Although the air fryer has made me change the way I feel about rewarming most things. Mm-hmm. I will rewarm. Most things are better rewarmed either in the oven or the air fryer. Mm-hmm. What's something that you thought all black people did, turns out it's just you? I thought all black people liked pickled sausage, pickled eggs, pickled pig feet. Turns out just me.
Not just you, but not all black people.
Yeah, no. Because I've first of all, the only pig I for the most part eat is bacon. I don't even mess with pork chops for the referral, mostly like that. Oh, and some good pastor on a taco.
Mm-hmm. Ham?
Not really. Only on the holidays, and I don't really be like.
I love me some. I like ham more than bacon. I eat bacon more often, but I like honey ham. I like my ham sweet. Most restaurants, when they have the country slice ham, it's not sweet. I like my ham sweet.
Okay. And we got what's something that you thought all black people did, turns out is just you? Take stuff apart and put it back together. That just feels like you either wanted to be an engineer growing up or you have autism.
There's got to be a third option because I also enjoy taking things apart
and putting them back together.
Never wanted to be an engineer. Took a test and I am not autistic.
Do they work when you put them back together? Mm-hmm. Congratulations. That's an accomplishment. A lot of people can't say that.
Yeah.
Why do I have all these extra parts? What do you mean? They're not extra.
They're not extra.
That's how the thing works. What is something you thought that all black people did, turns out is just you? Before scanners, I thought everyone switched the price stickers to a cheaper price.
Once again,
that's just thievery.
Yeah, not just you, but not all of us.
Not at all. Is the statute of limitation?
I wasn't switching the price tags. No, I wasn't ever doing it. That wasn't my medium.
I've never even thought about doing that, and I should consider it.
I got a price gun if you need it. To connect it to the clothes, to put the tag on. Yeah, I got one if you need it. I literally have an extra one.
Good to know. What is something you thought all black people did, turns out is just you? Oh no, that's. Did I read all of them?
There's no really
Oh,
original experiences. So.
put sugar in my mac and cheese.
Yeah, that's just you. Wow, that's crazy.
I said that is an original experience for sure.
I'm sure there's people who do that. That's crazy.
Put sugar?
Yeah.
And I had to ask, I meant like, I was like, you mean like over on the top of it, or you mean like in the sauce? And it was like in the sauce. I was like, I still don't like it. I might have, I don't know which one of those is worse actually.
You eat grits?
Yeah.
How you eat them?
Not with sugar in them.
Well, there's people that do. So if there's people that put sugar in their grits, then there's probably people who put sugar in their macaroni and cheese.
But mac and cheese though?
Agreed. I wouldn't either.
Like I get it in spaghetti, kind of.
I don't put it in there, but I don't mind.
If someone does it, I'm not gonna throw a fit about it. Okay, cool. It cuts the tomato, like whatever. It gives the balance in the acidity. Cool. But mac and cheese, bro.
If somebody had told me, hey, if I had never had honey baked ham before, and I had been eating ham regular all my life,
and then someone said,
and somebody was like, you want to put some sugar on this, and you want to put some honey on it, make it sweet on my ham? Bitch, no.
And you tried it, and you was like, you ever had French fries with ice cream?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you take them fries, dip it in that Frosty.
Is it good?
Yeah.
I've never done that.
My oldest already doing it, but he also like dip his fries in whatever he has. That's not a condiment. Like they like the beans and rice and fries they get red beans and rice and fries. He dip his fries in his red beans and rice.
Okay, that sounds fire. I'm not even gonna hold you. Red beans and rice juice on my fries just sounds fire.
Yeah, I put it all in. Like I usually put it all in the same bowl. I put the beans and then I just throw the fries on top. But he takes the fries and dip them in. Yeah, eat it all together. So
it's a smart young man. He's going places.
Yeah. Oh my God. Next week is spring break.
Oh, and you got them next week.
They're gonna be with me next week. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna get out the house. We're gonna go do something. We might fuck around, take a little road trip, maybe go to San Antonio or something.
Okay.
Or at the very least, take them to Galveston. I don't know if they ever been to the beach. Yeah. I ain't never took them, so I don't know if their dad's taking them or not. But real quick, you know what's tough? Like having custody.
We're gonna have to figure out when to. We'll talk about that after.
Having to figure out, like sending my kids to daycare in clothes, and then they come home and it's like in different clothes because they had an accident or wasted something or whatever the case, and it's like, I don't know if this is your shirt or not because your dad buys you. Like there's clothes up here already in case you have an accident, but I don't know if this is yours or not because we don't be writing their name in their clothes like we supposed to. You supposed to write their name in all their clothes.
It's write your name in all of your clothes.
When you're in daycare, yeah, because they go through clothes a lot, and so ain't no question about whose is whose. They take their jackets off. They need to be.
And kids will just trade shit. Just giving stuff away. Just you don't have any concept of like anything.
I remember Mimi made a video about her son going to school and trading his gold necklace for a Pokemon card.
I remember that.
And the internet's so fucking stupid because they was really like trying to be on her ass. Kids don't need gold necklaces anyway, blah, blah, blah. He's just a kid. The shit was cheap. First of all, it was a gift and it wasn't even real. That's not the point. He thought it was real and still traded it. That's the point. It wasn't real. We're not talking about...
The motherfucker don't know how to assess value.
Ain't nobody worried about the money. That's not what it is. Like he thought it was... He was under the impression that it was a real necklace and he still traded it. That's what we're talking about. For a Pokemon card.
And not even a shiny one.
And then, of course, in the comments, well, you don't know that card could be what... Boy...
Now, this is not the old school. These are the new Pokemon. They're not worth nothing yet.
Nothing.
Now, a Blastoise, a Charizard, motherfucker might be worth something around now. It's more than 25 years later, bro. Like, yeah.
I had on this little bodysuit. It's gray. It's shorts. And Vet told me that I look good in it, that I was looking thick when it's gray. So I was like, ooh, like Mewtwo.
I was just about to say, every girl want to be thick like Mewtwo.
Like Mewtwo, that's body goals. Tiana Taylor built like Mewtwo.
All that thigh. Have you seen she's with Eric Pierre?
So episode. Thank you guys for watching. That's that'll be what you be saying. That's our episode. Thank you for watching and leaving comments with timestamps and all of that shit.
He took your woman?
First of all, I ain't never had nobody take nothing from me. Let's start there.
Okay.
Here's the thing. When you dealing with somebody like Tiana, you have to understand you're not enough.
Yeah.
She like a lot. I'm surprised she with a
nigga. I thought after Iman, for sure she was gonna be.
For sure, it was gonna be a girl. I would be more hurt if it was a girl.
This is the thing. Her and Aaron Pierre look cute together. He looks, when he stands next to her, he looks so innocent. Like, I want her to corrupt him.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I feel, this is the other thing. I feel like she's going to be like, I want to fuck this bitch. Can we bring this bitch home? And he's going to be like, I mean, I guess.
Just because.
And he's going to be so scandalized.
It's not even my birthday.
But I feel like he's going to be scandalized and he's not going to fuck it up.
Yeah.
Because he's so innocent. Because he's so new to this. He's like, oh, I'm just happy to be here. And I don't know that to be true about him. I just look at him and go,
especially next to her, because she don't give none of that.
No, no, she does not. And I mean that in all the best ways. Yeah, no,
yeah. But anybody who's dealing with somebody like Tiana, I'm not enough. I know that, and it's a man. I'm okay with that because she wasn't finna get that from me. I'm not tall or have a penis or a fade. That's not me. Like, if that's what she was looking for, it's not me. So I'm not mad about that. But had it been a bitch, the fuck she got that? I don't. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? I can make sense of this shit. That nigga, he fine. I get it. Very handsome man.
What if she'd ended up with young M.A.?
Understandable. I wouldn't even. Well, it depends. Young M.A. when she first came out, yes. I don't like skinny Young M.A. I don't know what she is.
Is she skinny now?
I don't know right now. She got skinny. I don't know what's happening right now. This was a little while ago. There was a rumor that she was sick. I don't know how true it is, so I'm not saying that. But regardless of why she lost weight. It didn't suit me physically or whatever. But Young M.A. when she first came out, I'd watch. Yeah, I'd watch them too. For sure, yeah, I'd watch. I'd be a fly on the wall.
Would you set your notifications?
Well, I don't have notifications turned on for anything, so that would be a big no. I don't want to watch it with everybody else.
You see it?
Yeah. I'll come across it. Like, yeah, it'll.
Oh, you don't want.
It'll have to find.
You don't want a live tweet?
Hell no. I like, because it's one thing to see the lady that you love getting her back broke. It's one thing to see it. But to have everybody talking about it, that's your lady. Like, that's like, Tasha, I just lost the love of my life, please.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Wait, before we go, have you seen that Love Island? They're in another country. I don't know where. They're in another country. It's like Love Island, I think. It's one of them type shows. And there's this man, shortly after they got there, his girlfriend, this is one of the ones where they come as couples. And then he has been watching his woman get her back beat in night after night after night. And keep making him watch it.
Why?
This is a part of the show.
He's gotta watch it?
He's gotta watch. Yep. Not like he gotta sit there and watch, but they show him what's happening every single time.
I remember I watched something where they was like, where some dude, I don't even know the full context, but like he was talking and he was like, no, I didn't do that. It's like, but you literally like fucked me and like the night before you fucked him. And everybody was like, I can't believe you said that to her. And I was like, I was confused because when I saw it, I was like, y'all are saying he's being like mean and misogynistic, but like, did she fuck both of them? Because I don't understand why everyone's upset. Like, he's also, if that was like a chick that he was interested in and then like she did that, he not allowed to like feel ways? Right. I don't. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like, and this is just me, and I'm biased, of course, because I'm a man. Sometimes I feel like we don't let men be actual human beings with like a full spectrum of emotion because patriarchy. But also I realize we don't allow women to be full spectrums of people either because patriarchy. Mm-hmm. This is what it is.
Yeah. I was talking to my sister, and she's been dealing with this dude. They do not want each other. Like, okay.
But they don't want anybody else to have each other?
Okay. According to her, this is what she's saying to me. So, you know, I'm getting her what she want me to hear. But she's told him, we don't want the same thing. Like, the woman that you want to be with is not who I am. And you can't be who I want either. So we either just be friends or don't be nothing or whatever the case. And he's constantly pursuing her. No, I love you. I want to be with you, blah, blah, blah. Even though he's literally describing to her the things that he wants. And she's saying I don't do that. Like, he wants a stay-at-home wife. He wants somebody who can stay home, help raise the kids, have breakfast cooked before he go to work, have lunch ready, whatever the case. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Good for you for telling her that up front, but she's telling you that that's not her. So why do you keep pushing the issues?
But then you should move the fuck on.
Move on if that's not her. And for some reason you keep trying to. But anyway, she's been dealing with him on and off or whatever for all of these years and stuff. And one of the things she says that she notices with him is sometimes people, but in this case we're talking about men, they think when you tell them, like, we say we want honesty, just be honest, tell me what you want, and then you do that, they do that, and then you say, okay, thanks, I'm not dealing with that, I'm gonna move around. And see, but you wanted me to be honest. That's kind of they don't know that part. The whole
point of the honesty is to give her the
ability
option
to choose.
And you don't. That's the problem. You don't want her to have the option to choose, so you didn't give her any options. Yeah. Like,
you want her to have the option to choose. You just want her to choose what you want. That's like when
it's
I
not
get
an
on
option
live,
if she can only say yes.
Well, this is what I compare it to. When I'm on live and I'm getting dressed and stuff and I'm switching out wigs, I might say, hey, which one of y'all do y'all think is which one of these wigs do y'all think is better? I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I want to give you the opportunity to agree with me. And when you don't, I'm still going to do what I wanted to do anyway. I just wanted to give you the opportunity for us to bond and agree. So
that is very bratty logic, and I wanted you to know. Because I was like, you were in the middle of saying, I said, this feels oddly familiar.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I had a situation like this recently because I posted I don't know if I talked about this on here. I think I did, but whatever, who cares? I posted a video where I had one blazer and I showed 3 different ways to wear it. And at the end of the video, I said, so what y'all think? Now, I threw it away at the end. Yeah, and then for the girl who told me what she thought I should change, which wasn't even the question.
Ballpark. Yeah,
it wasn't even the question. Like, when I said, "So what y'all think?" I meant, of these 3 things, which one do you like? Not what do you want to change about any of these things. But whatever. I didn't even get an attitude. All I said was, "Oh no, I don't. I like the pants. I don't want to take out the pants." And she blocked me. Because I didn't want to take your advice.
She blocked you?
She blocked me or deleted the comment. I didn't follow this person, or they don't follow me, so I couldn't go back to see. But the comment was gone. I don't know if it was because I was blocked or if she just deleted the comment or what. But it's like, what? Like, there's not even a reason to delete the comment. There's nothing bad happening here. You literally, I asked, what do you think? You said, I don't like the pants. I think you should switch the pants. I said, oh no, thank you. I do like the pants. Like, that's one of the things that I like the most about. I'm not changing that. So what the fuck are you mad? No. She said you literally asked what we thought. I said, yeah, and I told her I don't wear shorts.
I gave you options.
I asked, but I'm not even saying that your idea is bad. She told me to take out the pants and replace them with shorts. I don't wear shorts. It would be cute with shorts on somebody. I don't wear shorts. You could scroll through this. I don't wear that. So I'm not even saying that your idea is bad, or a girl. No, I don't. No, I'm not even saying that. What the fuck are you mad at me about? Because just because somebody asks for your opinion, don't mean they got to take it.
That's the part.
Just because I ask for your advice or I ask what you think doesn't mean I have to then take that and do what you said to do or what you would do. No, I just needed some opinions. I just want to know what you thought. That don't change what I think.
That is, as a person who people often come to for advice, nothing is more. He's like, you just asking me to ask me? Yeah,
I was giving you the chance to bond with me by agreeing, and you didn't. So I'm moving around.
You wanted to hear what you thought in a deeper voice.
Yeah, sometimes
it'd be like that. Well,
we made it.
We did. With no docket, bro, and we managed it. But anyway, y'all have been here. If you made it this far, go ahead and put, what should they put in the comments?
Chocolate.
I was just thinking that exact.
Selling chocolate.
Bro, that shit made me laugh so hard. All right. Thank y'all for being here another week when you could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to be right here, liking, sharing, subscribing, leaving comments with timestamps, and we greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. We'd appreciate it even more if y'all brought a friend. if every time if you brought a friend and then that person brought a friend, that would be great, because then we could do more of this more often, and we could really do some shit. You know what I'm saying? So thank y'all for being here. We appreciate you. We would love you to bring a friend next time. Again, I have been RJ, the Friendly Neighborhood Dom, and this is
Andre. I don't really remember.
I think that was it. AKA
Big Rocks.
Not the little one.
Never the little one. Even at the end of the show.
And we are your favorite not safe for work coworkers, and we'll see y'all back here next week.
Peace. Bye.